Well, watching Sonic and Genshin go at it has just like piqued my interest in democracy, so let's put our vote in for Game of the Year. Not to mention I actually have to watch it now because, well, I could win a Steam Deck if I actually watch it. I opted for Valve's whole deal on that, so maybe I'll get lucky. So yes, let's exercise our right to vote. Might as well get democratic up in this bitch. Nothing but a tribalistic dick measuring contest over the internet like democracy should be. Alright, here we go. Game of the Year. All right, it comes down between Elden Ring and God of War. I haven't beat Elden Ring yet. I'm really enjoying it, but I'm really loving God of War. I haven't beat God of War yet, but I'm way further in it than I am with Elden Ring. See, this is actually hard between the two of them because Elden Ring and both God of War Ragnarok are absolutely amazing. I'd give them both 10 out of 10. I've gotten further in God of War Ragnarok than I have Elden Ring, so I'm gonna have to give this to God of War Ragnarok because I've had more experience with it than I have Elden Ring. For all I know, I could get to the end of Elden Ring and just absolutely hate it. I doubt it though because I've been loving it up since, so no hard feelings towards Elden Ring. I think it's absolutely amazing. If Ragnarok was not on here, my vote would have definitely gone for Elden Ring. All right, best game direction. Creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. I'm going to give this to God of War Ragnarok again. I feel like there's going to be at least one category in here that I'm going to give it to Elden Ring. I'm not biased towards God of War Ragnarok. I just think it's genuinely amazing. All right, best storytelling and development. It's going to have to go to God of War, okay? Like, I've read up on Elden Ring lore. I think it's amazing, but the fact that I had to, like, read up on it to get to know the whole story and everything, I don't think that's a good contender for, like, vote for best story if I have to, like, read the cliff notes to know it. All right, best art direction. I've got to give it to Scorn. Like, I thought Scorn as a game wasn't all that good, but the art direction was absolutely great with how it was based off H.R. Geiger. Other than that, though, it's pretty mid-game. The combat in it was absolute garbage. Best score and music. See, this one I actually haven't been paying too much attention to. You know what? I'm gonna throw Elden Ring a bone here. I love the Elden Beast. The soundtrack to that, absolutely great. I've listened to it a bunch. Best audio design, here we go. I should probably let you guys know I have yet to play any of the Horizon games, so I'm just don't expect to vote in any of that shit. It's basically gonna be a tie between, like, if God of War and Elden Ring are in a category, it's going to be a tie between those two. Best audio design. I'm gonna have to give it to Modern Warfare 2. Like, I love Elden Ring and God of War, but the gun sounds from Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, they really stuck out to me since I played that with my headphones on. I'm not really good with backup statements on my vote just on the spot. Like, I bet, like, when I publish this video, I'm gonna have, like, way better arguments for it, but you're just gonna get surface level reasoning behind my choices. Best performance. Christopher Judge, absolutely. That man single-handedly has convinced me that we cannot have a God of War movie unless it's animated and he is doing the voice. I do not want anybody else ever portraying Kratos besides that man. Games for Impact. Okay, we've done it. We've hit a category that I have not played any of the games in for a thought-provoking game with a pro-social meaning or message. All right, we're gonna do this over cover, okay? So it's a tie between Endling and Citizen Sleeper. That does look pretty cool. It looks like a really good video game cover or like a Netflix series cover. Actually, no, that goes to As Dusk Falls. That's definitely like a movie poster. So, you know, this kind of reminds me like The Lion King, but I'm gonna go with Citizen Sleeper on this. We've got great reasoning behind my voting, okay? Best ongoing. Ooh, there's that dreaded Genshin Impact that I've heard so much about it from the Sonic fan base. Final Fantasy XIV, I've heard really good things about. Destiny 2, I've heard nothing but complaints about this game from my group of friends that actually play it. Apparently, like, whenever new content comes out, it like overlaps and gets rid of old content that you like paid for or something. So I think that's pretty shitty. Apex, I haven't played it. Fortnite's the only one on here I actually play. Season 4 just dropped in. The map design's pretty cool, especially with that whole graphic setting you can enable. So I'm gonna give it a Fortnite. Ever since Fortnite added that no build mode, that shit has really been popping off. Best indie. Oh, here it is, finally. I swear to God, everybody forgot about Shifu. Game came out beginning of the year, absolutely slapped, and then nobody's talked about it since. It was awesome. Okay, best mobile game. I do not play mobile games. I didn't even know Apex was on mobile. I remember the whole controversy around Diablo Immortal with that pay-to-win deal on that. We've got Genshin again. I haven't heard that. I haven't heard of any of this. I'll just give it to Genshin. It's like I said earlier, I wish there was a way to abstain from voting in a category. Like, I don't like giving my vote for something I don't know all about, but there's like no option to opt out of it, so sorry. Best community support. Recognizing a game for outstanding community support, transparency, and responsiveness, inclusive of social media activity and game updates patches. So are they talking about how, like, the game's being updated? Not like updates directly to the game, but like how it's like on social media and shit. Discarding those three. So it's a tie between Fortnite and No Man's Sky. I have not played No Man's Sky since the whole giant revamping of it. I played it for about 4 hours when it first came out and refunded it. Never touched it again, but I'm very well aware it has done a great job reshaping its image. But Fortnite's the only one I actually have enough hours in to have a good opinion on it. I'm just going to give it for No Man's Sky just because of what they've done to reshape their image, even though I'm pretty sure that's not what this category is about. It's about community support, but the only one I've seen anything on social media is Fortnite, and it was just them announcing the next season. Innovation and accessibility. I mean, I guess we could give that to Last of Us Part 1 since it's on 3 consoles now. There's 3 different versions of this game, and each version they take more shit out of it while still charging full price for it. Pushing the medium forward by adding features, technology, and content to help games be played and enjoyed by an even wider audience. I'm gonna give it to God of War. My dumbass excuse will be, oh, the motion capture acting bullshit, even though that's nothing new at this point, but that's all I can think of. Best VR. I haven't played any of these, but from what I've heard about Among Us VR, that apparently it's actually not that good, and that it's not even better than like the VR chat Among Us game mode they have in there. Bone Lab. Is that the same guys that did Boneworks? If it's made by the same guys that did Boneworks, I'll probably give it to them. Oh yeah, no, they did Duck Season 2 and Hover Junkies. So they've got a good track record. I'm gonna give it to them. Best action game. 100% giving it to Shifu. Shifu fucking slaps. If Shifu's in any category, it's probably getting the vote from me. I'm telling you right now. Best action adventure. How is Elden Ring not on here? Like, I don't know anything about Tunic or Plague Tale or Horizon. I'm familiar with the gameplay on Horizon, but was Stray really an action game? Oh, here we go. Traversal and puzzle solving. Okay, so that's why I'm giving it to God of War. Yeah, I know there's the whole meme behind it of characters in the game calling out within like 5 seconds of you starting a puzzle on how to solve it, but the rest of that game fucking slaps so hard. Best role-playing. Here we go. Elden Ring. Best fighting. Shifu. 100%. I love multiverses, don't get me wrong. I love playing multiverses, but Shifu's in there. It's got to go to Shifu. Best family. Oh, absolutely Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga. I played that with my buddy Mike. That was great. All the little references and shit they put in there. I've probably only tapped like 30% of that game's content because I was streaming it and rushing through it, but I enjoyed the shit out of it. Best sim strategy. Why isn't Orc Massage on best simulator or strategy game? Yeah, I don't know any of these. I'm just gonna give it to Warhammer because I know Austin watches my videos and that'll make him happy. Best sports racing. Yeah, I'm not giving it to either of these ones. Those two can get fucked. I'm gonna give it to Gran Turismo. I've played a couple of those. They're pretty freaking good. Best multiplayer. Huh. I didn't know this was multiplayer. It's probably like couch co-op or something. Splatoon 3. All I know about Splatoon 3 is that whole green screen porn challenge. I thought that was pretty good. It should get some bonus points for that, in all honesty. Like most innovative multiplayer challenge or whatever should go to Splatoon 3. Overwatch 2. I've been enjoying it, but let's be real. It's just Overwatch 1 with one less player on each team, so I'm gonna pass on that. I only played like one session of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer, and I was drunk off my ass, and I'm pretty sure I got called the N-word by a couple 9-year-olds. I'm gonna give it to multiverses. I've had some pretty good sessions in multiverses. Content creator of the year. For a streamer or content creator who has made it important. Oh, I didn't know they were doing this. I'm gonna be real, I know none of these. The only one I know on here is Ludwig, however you say it, but I've never seen any of his content. I'm gonna give it to him, just off of just brand recognition. Best debut indie. I don't know anything about Neon White, Norco. I know that's the cat game. That's the second or third time Tunic's popped up in here. I might have to look into that. It's got a neat looking cover. Ooh, Vampire Survivor. I have heard really great reviews about Vampire Survivors. Wait, hang on. It's only $4? And it came out only in October and it's already got 158,000. God damn, this game must slap. I already know what Stray's all about. I want to learn about Vampire Survivors. It's a bullet hell game. I don't know, that does kind of look cool. All right, fine. I'm convinced Vampire Survivor gets up. And the fact that it's only $4, that's amazing. Best adaptation. All right, I'm telling you right now, I'm not voting for Uncharted. I've heard really good things about Sonic the Hedgehog 2. I've yet to watch it. I've yet to see any of these 3, but my friend Austin was talking to me about how both of these are like absolute S-tier shows. Maybe I should just call Austin, ask him. I hope he's not with his mom or anything.
What's up?
Hey, so I'm doing this voting thing for the Game Awards, and we're on the like best cinematic adaptation of like a video game. Which do you think it should go to, Arcane or Edge Runners?
Oh god, they're both really good. Go with Arcane.
Arcane? All right.
Yeah, Arcane's really fucking good.
Thanks, Austin. That's all I needed, man.
80, no problem.
Hey, did you fucking hear what happened with the Game Awards and the Genshin Impact and the Sonic Frontiers community?
No.
Those two were fucking going at it because I guess the Sonic community had one decent game, finally, and they started throwing so much shade at the Genshin Impact community, and now the Genshin Impact community is like petty voting against them in the Game Awards, and the Sonic community is freaking the fuck out.
It's 10 out of 10.
Yeah, absolutely. It's amazing. Most anticipated game. I didn't know there was a 16. Are we on 16 now? God damn. Hogwarts Legacy. I saw like one trailer for it. It looked cool. Starfield. Has anything actually come out about Starfield? I swear all we got was like a title release and everybody like applauded a title at E3 or something. I'm like, there isn't even like concept art or anything. Other shit might have come out since, but I don't know. And I imagine a whole bunch of people are voting for this, but I never played Breath of the Wild, so I have like no hype to like go on for this one. So my personal thing is those RE remakes have absolutely been slapping, so I'm gonna give it to RE4. Yeah, I know the RE3 remake wasn't as good as the RE2 remake. I think the biggest issue with it was they charged $60 for what should have been a $30 game. But I imagine if they do it right like they did the RE2 remake, RE4 will fucking slap. Best esports game. I tried Dota 2 once about like 5 years ago. I was not a fan. I'm never ever gonna touch League. I've heard how toxic that can be. I have played CSGO. I'm absolutely garbage at it, but I've enjoyed the time I've had with it. But this isn't about my enjoyment with the game. It's with esports. Who do I like watching play? I'm gonna have to give this to Rocket League, man. So whenever I see people like pull off like 360 backflip in the air jet shots into the goals, it's always freaking nuts to see. Best esports athlete. Do I know any of these guys? I don't know any of these guys. All right, these two are League players, so they don't get my vote. We got Valorant. All right, so it's gonna be a tie between these two. I mean, this guy kind of looks like my friend Ramen. Plus he's got an airplane tattoo on his hand. I worked on airplanes, so I guess I'll give it to him. There's a reason why I'm not registered to vote, guys. Best esports team. Oh, that's weird. I don't see Moist Esports on here. All right, who are we gonna give this to? I'm gonna give it to FaZe Clan just because they did that one Batman comic I did a video on. That is the only reason I'm casting my vote for FaZe Clan. Also, one of their members dated that Mexican weather woman I had a crush on back in high school for like a year, so I guess I'll just give it to them for that. Best esports coach. You know, I never thought about the idea of an esports coach. I guess I'll just give it to FaZe Clan again. For all I know, maybe it was like Robert's idea to like make the Batman comic and like Batman joined FaZe Clan. So maybe like Robert trains Batman now. All right, last category, best esports event. Evo, 100%. I love watching fighting games. 100% going to Evo on that. So here we go. I did it. I made my backwards ass Game of the Year awards deal. Now we are going to go to Player's Voice. Absolutely. Here we go. Genshin Impact, Sonic Frontiers. Favorite game of the year. It's between God of War and Elden Ring. I already gave like 3 votes for God of War. Here's the thing though. Elden Ring isn't even my favorite From Software game. It's like my second most played. Like I really enjoy the game, but I like Bloodborne just a little bit better. Of course, maybe like, you know, once I get further into Elden Ring, I'll change my mind on it. But so far I've enjoyed the time I've had with God of War Ragnarok way more. It's been a much cleaner playthrough for me than I have had with Elden Ring, but I've already given 3 votes to God of War. I think I'm just gonna give it to Elden Ring just on like just the whole scale and scope of Elden Ring, just how they took all the elements from every From Software game that worked and they put it all into one package. I don't know if they've like fixed the whole frame rate issue that it launched with on PC, but I think Elden Ring is a good idea of like the whole spectacle of what a video game could be, while God of War is a really excellent cinematic experience. It's very different than Elden Ring, like both are 10 out of 10 in their respective categories, but I've already sung enough praises for God of War Ragnarok, so I might as well give it to Elden Ring. You know, that and Shifu's not on this list, so Sonic Frontiers and Genshin Impact would both get fucked. I mean, I'm using Opera GX. The Chinese already know all my information. I might as well give it to these guys too. So who's winning? Like, how can I see who's winning? Maybe you can only see it whenever they're done with the voting bracket. My imagine is Genshin's probably gonna win this. I'm gonna keep voting Elden Ring every time I refresh this page. I guess we'll see what happens come Thursday. Maybe I'll win my Steam Deck. And maybe Genshin will win over Sonic. I still think Shifu should have been a contender though. I'm kind of pissed about that.